Welcome to OpenStack Victoria training series. In this session, we'll set up the controller node. We'll install the repository, OpenStack repository. We'll install MariaDB, Memcache, Crony, etcd, and Rabbit message queue. So first thing is we need to set up the repository. So to set up the repository on CentOS 8, you can use dnf command, dnf install, and since we are using the latest version of Victoria, latest version of OpenStack, that is Victoria, you have to use this repository rdoproject.org repos rdo release EL18. This will set up the latest repository for OpenStack latest release, and then you need to install some more packages. So let's select yes, this is okay, and we have to go for it. This part, this repository setup is done. Now this is only repository setup. After that we have to install Python 3, OpenStack SE Linux, that is some clients and utilities like dnf install Python 3 OpenStack client, OpenStack SE Linux, and then we also need to install MariaDB and Python extension for MariaDB. Latest stable release will be installed. Now we need to install the additional packages: MariaDB, MariaDB server, Python 3 extension for MySQL. What we need to do after this is we need to create a configuration file for OpenStack specifically for MariaDB. So my.cnf.d openstack.cnf we are creating for OpenStack, and we need to put some specific settings for OpenStack requirement, and these are specifically, for example, the address. We need to bind it to address 10.0.0.11, which is our controller IP address. Then default storage engine should be InnoDB, which is by default InnoDB. File per table on, maximum connection 4096, and character set. With these are mandatory settings, and after that we can enable and start MariaDB service. So systemctl enable MariaDB service, and then systemctl start MariaDB service. This will start our MariaDB. After that we can use MySQL secure installation script, MySQL_secure_ installation. This script will remove anonymous user database, if anonymous user test database and other things. So current user password enter for none. Set root password, yes, we need to set the root password. I set the root password. Remove anonymous user, yes. Disallow remote login, yes. Remove test database and access to it, yes. Reload privileges, yes. So this have done the configuration settings for security or the basic hardening of MariaDB server. Now opening the port number, firewall-cmd-permanent add service MySQL, and then we reload the service. Now we can install RabbitMQ server, which is message queue service. This will install RabbitMQ. We're getting this error because we missed enabling power tools on CentOS 8. We need to enable power tools, and then let's install RabbitMQ server. So if the power tools are not installed, RabbitMQ cannot be installed. For RHEL 8 or CentOS 8, this is mandatory. Remember, this is mandatory for CentOS 8 only. Now installation is complete. Let's enable and restart, enable and start RabbitMQ server, Rabbit message queue servers. And we can check the status of service. Let's check the status. Systemctl status. So message queue service is started. Now what we need to do is we need to create a user, that is RabbitMQCTL add user with the password, and this password will be required throughout our training. That is RabbitMQCTL add user OpenStack Rabbit password. This is the password. This is going to be the password, and we require it every time. Remember this, Rabbit pass. So user is created, and now we need to set the permissions for this user OpenStack. So for that, command is RabbitMQCTL set permissions OpenStack. Remember, if you miss the space in between these double quotes, then you will get error. So 90% of the time when participants type it, they miss the space. Remember to give the space between these wildcards. And now open the port for this RabbitMQ, because it works on port number 11211. So open this port 11211 and reload the firewall. Reload the firewall. After that, what we need to install, memcache. So dnf-install memcache and Python extension, Python 3 extension for memcache, that is memcache d and Python 3-memcache d. And then what we will do is we'll configure the file, which is sysconfig memcache d under that file. In this file, what we need to specify under options, we just need to add our host, which is controller. So put a comma here and then add controller, because our controller is to be allowed from here. So controller, and then you can start the service memcache d service and enable memcache d service. Enable and then start, check the status. So memcache d service is done. Now we have one more step, that is etcd and ntp, two more services to be configured, which are prerequisite. One is etcd and second is NTP or Crony service for network time protocol. Let's open the file etcd.conf file. Under this file we have a lot of settings to do. Wherever you see this URL, we need to change the URL etcd listen peer URL. So you can type 10.0.0.11, and better is you specify the IP address 10.0.0.11, 10.0.0.11, and this client URL 10.0.0.11, and the name of the server, let's change this, make it 10.0.0.11, 10.0.0.11. Let's verify one by one. etcd data directory, fine. Default etcd listen peer etcd listen peer URLs, is perfectly fine. etcd listen client URLs, perfectly fine. And then we need to move on to the next part, etcd name, that should be controller, because our etcd is going to be controller. And then next part is under clustering, and here we have one option here, initial cluster, that should be controller, and uncomment this line. And cluster state is new, uncomment this line. Cluster name etcd cluster, give it a name, let's say -01, and then etcd initial cluster state new, initial cluster token etcd cluster 1, and that's it. We need to do these settings only. Save and quit, and then enable etcd, start etcd. Start, and then check the status. So etcd is running. Now we need to open the firewall, because if you notice, the port which were used by this were 2380 and 2379. So we need to add these ports. And now reload. So etcd also done. Now we have configured MySQL server. Let's try MySQL -u root -p. I'm logged in. Great. So MySQL is MariaDB is up and running. Now last step is Cronny. So we can directly check, because Cronny is by default enabled and started. Systemctl status Cronny D. So it is already running. Now what we can do in this, we have to make some changes in the Cronny file, cronny.conf, and here, because this is controller, so this pool will remain on, and only thing is that our internal machines, internal cloud machine, that is controller and storage, will access it from here. So we need to enable the network 10.0.0.0 10.0.0.0/24, and that's it. So this makes our Cronny configuration, and restart the service. Systemctl restart Cronny D, and now we can start our compute node also and configure Cronny on this, and similarly we can configure storage also and configure Cronny on this also. So we are starting compute and storage, and we'll configure Cronny on these machines also. On compute, Cronny so vi/etc/cronny.conf, and here only one line is to be changed here, pool, and here instead of server, the default server which is given 2.centos.pool.ntp.org, you have to change it to controller, and this is done. And now systemctl restart Cronny D. To verify, you can type Cronny C sources, and you will see the controller here. Similar thing, you can do the same setting on storage node as well. So vi/etc/cronny.conf, and change this to controller. Systemctl restart Cronny D. Status is running. We also need to add firewall for controller, that is NTP protocol for controller, and for other nodes as well, that is storage node. So firewall cmd -permanent -add -service is equal to NTP, and reload the service. Similarly on that machine also, on controller and on compute also. Firewall -cmd -permanent hyphen hyphen add hyphen service is equal to ntp, and then reload, and now check the sources again. So this is what the next part is done. We have done the Crony configuration, we have done etcd, we have installed memcache, we have configured RabbitMQ, MariaDB, all set. Next session will be on Keystone, that is identity service configuration and installation of identity service on controller node. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.